hard lines. He's very handsome, in other words. You know how when you're young, one person stands out in the schoolyard and can do everything better than everyone else and seems more intelligent and more athletic? That's what this Danny Sanders was like. And Reuben is like a little sort of jerk. I mean, he's not a total jerk. He's got a very intelligent father, and he's quite well educated, but he's still nothing like Dan. So as this game progresses, page 21, probably around 15 in your book, I don't know, Mr. Galanter seems to be not only the coach, but the referee. He says, play ball, and so on and so forth. And they start talking about how the game goes on. And they start teasing each other. And finally, for some reason, they bring in Reuben to pitch. Danny Sanders was standing on my base. His white, well, I guess he's not pitching yet. His white shirt, it's your page 18. His white shirt was pasted to his arms. That was a nice shot I offered. I guess he got a double. You always hit like that to the pitcher, I asked. He smiled faintly. You're Reuben Malter, he said in perfect English. That's right, I said. Your father is David Malter, the one who writes articles. He's a scholarly person on the Talmud. Talmud is a religious book. I told my team we're going to kill you of pluralism this afternoon. And I looked at him and I said, sure, I said, rub your sit for good luck. So he's mocking him. So here is a word. I'm not going to keep you much longer, don't worry. Epicurism. So he's heard about Danny, and he's heard about Reuben and his father, who he doesn't really approve of the articles. His father doesn't approve of the articles that Reuben's father writes. So they kid each other back and forth. He calls him an epicurism. You know what that word comes from, epicurism? Weird. It's the Greek word Epicurean, someone who loves beauty, art, intellectual things, and so on. Being a person who has fine taste, you'd call them an Epicurean. The Hasidic boy is calling the Orthodox boy an Epicurean. That's an insult. As if the Orthodox boy has nothing to do with Epicureanism. But that's how they saw the world in those terms, Epicurism, and so on and so forth. Well, let me hurry up. They go on talking some more about it. It's a pretty long first scene. And I really don't probably have time to go through it all, and I can see you all want to go home, but let's just get to the point where Danny hits the ball, and what happens to Reuben? Well, he hits him right in his glasses after the pitch. Reuben is pitched, and Danny hits the ball, a line drive, and smashes Reuben. Can't get his glove up fast enough, and he hits it in the eye, breaks his glasses, and the glass goes into his eye. He's knocked out, and he's taken to the hospital. And Reuben thinks what? That Danny is so clever, he's so impressed with Danny, and so athletic, that he thinks he's done it on purpose. Again, for instance, I'll just go through this and I'll let you go on page, we don't have the same pages here, my 25. You should see his father, he's one of Reb Sanders, and he goes on like that. And then another guy on the next page says, been rubbing your sit, and they're laughing at each other, and this kind of thing. And he goes on to explain Epicurism about 3 pages from the end of the chapter. You see? What page is that in your book? The word meant originally a Jew educated in Judaism who denied the basic tenets of the faith, but that's not what it comes from. It comes from the Greek. Oh, you're page 23. I was an Epicurism through Danny Saunders. I explained all that to you. Well, let me see if we can get where he hits him in the face here, and we'll let you go home. I stood in the pitcher's position, 2 pages further along. Here's a present from an Epicurism, I thought, and let go a ball. 2 pages from the end. I saw Danny's left foot move out. He swung. Just as the ball slid into its curve and the bat cut savagely through the empty air, twisting him around, sending him off balance. His skull cap fell out of his head. Anyway, so it's a pretty good description of baseball. And he's 20, I guess this is 29. He stood looking at me over his left shoulder waiting. And I realized that he had anticipated the curve. I was still a little off balance from the pitch, but I managed to bring my glove hand up in front of my face as he hit the ball. I saw it coming at me, and there was nothing I could do. It hit the finger section of my glove, deflected, smashed into the upper rim of my left lens of my glasses, glanced off my head, and knocked me down. My glasses lay shattered on the asphalt. I felt a sharp pain in my eye, and that's the end of the first chapter, which leads into the relationship of Danny and Reuben. See you next time. Thanks for bearing with me. We'll finish this book next time. Talk about the final exam too. Sorry to keep you, but this is the way it should be. Yes. Is there a sign-up sheet here for those